Thank you, Sir Peter. As I said, because to Fridays when a topic comes up, and we normally choose, anyone chooses. So as that question came up, what was on my mind quickly is actually procrastination. So yeah, I wouldn't say what is procrastination, but procrastination in its entirety. I think that's what we want to look at today. And before the recording, I just said this is a monster. This is something which is with us all the time, irrespective of who you are, because it comes to us as a thought, just like anything else. Anything else that we do, for originally it came as a thought. So we think, and then when we put attention to it, then we act on it. There are so many thoughts that go through, I think, human mind. Don't know whether 60,000 a day. I think research has it that way, or even more. But it's only those that we act upon, we concentrate on them, and then we are able, then we go in that direction of whatever the thought is talking about, is leading us to do. Even coming here, we first thought, despite the fact that every Friday, of Monday to Friday, we are here, but still the thinking comes in. You say, well, am I deciding to go, or am I not deciding to go? Usually, of course, the repeated thoughts become habits, so that when it comes, you just automatically go to do it. For example, I think there is a habit of maybe taking a bath or brushing the teeth. I think I'll go for that. Brushing teeth. When you wake up, the thought says, you have to brush your teeth, James. I can as well say, no, I won't do it. I won't do it now. I'll do it later, or things like that. And whatever I decide to, how I decide to act on that thought is what will be done. So procrastination, it could be something, a thought of actually coming here, a thought of doing that assignment, a thought of finishing that report. And in most cases, procrastination is stronger when you think about doing something and it does not have any excitement about doing it, or incentive, or with you fear, or you dread it. That then feeds into the strong vibes of procrastination. And how do we do that? How do we overcome that? I think mostly is to kill it immediately and just go ahead. One which is usually, I would say usually, I don't know, others maybe handle it differently, is say waking up. The fact that some people do alarm clock when it comes on, but when you are really heavily sleepy, you even shut the alarm clock. You are procrastinating waking up. What have you done? The thought of the thought, well, basically the alarm came in, you heard it, it says, wake up, James. And because you don't, you say, James, no, I hit the alarm. Yeah, sometimes actually in most cases could be the biological clock for waking up. Yeah, so yesterday we were looking at productivity. I think how we improve our productivity. In working on those things quickly, avoid procrastination, making sure that things are done at the right time. And procrastination, they say, is a thief of time, and indeed it is. Sometimes I've procrastinated and said, oh, with that one, I think I might need 1 hour. And when I start the task, I find, wow, no, I didn't need that 1 hour. I needed more hour. It will be happy if you can read earlier. Bit here is just when it comes, when the thought of procrastination comes, just kill it and do what you need to do. I will leave others because we have, I can see the clock is going. We started a bit late, 10, 12 minutes past. Yeah, I can see Sepida very, very intentional in jumping on, please just go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Sapida.
I, my connection is bad, so I cannot have my camera on. But about procrastination, yesterday we talked about productivity and what can boost productivity. I think what can impact on our productivity is procrastination. Is procrastination, we kind of rush through tasks. We never, I think, can focus on one task and do that. And it also affects on our personal and professional relationships. We miss deadlines always, or we have to make excuses for the work we procrastinate and didn't do. And maybe people will stop depending on us, asking us to do things. And I was thinking about why it happens. And one thing that came to my mind is that maybe we are afraid that if we may do that task and fail on that, and fear of failure maybe don't let us do the task instead of procrastinate. Or maybe we cannot reach others others' expectations, and it's the reason why we procrastinate. We don't do the task already. And what about how we can stop procrastinating? How we can overcome procrastination? I think one thing is that we reward ourselves after doing a task. After completing a task, we can treat ourselves with something we like. I don't know, give ourselves a gift, or I don't know, invite ourselves to a restaurant for a good meal or something like that. And another thing, maybe the task we want to do, or the goal we want to achieve is it's overwhelming. It's not suitable for us. Maybe we have to change that, or we can also the task, we can break the task we are procrastinating into a small task, and do them instead of the big task. And one another thing I want to add is that we have to find the motivation for us. We have to find that why we have to do this task, why it's important that we do the task, and how it connects our goal. And maybe that's way we don't procrastinate that, and we do the task. That's it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sapida. Thank you very much indeed. Really, yeah, you really went into what and then how. Yeah, that's really very, very. You've just hit a nail on the head. Those are the things we can watch out, and then we can fight that monster which really drags us behind. Yes. Yeah. Any other person? As we see, the clock is running, but we can still. I think.
Let me jump in. I agree with everything that you guys have said so far. So, what I can add is, I think procrastination is like a common habit for each of us to do. I think it's something that just sometimes we do it without even noticing that we're actually doing it. So, I think us being self-conscious about and being aware about it existing or being part of our habits is key for anyone to put in measures to stop doing it, because even people with a mental issue, they try to have them accept that they have mental issues that they need someone or professional help in. So I think in us admitting that we are procrastinating in certain areas and we want to stop it, and having a reason to stop it is quite important for us to avoid procrastinating. Another thing that I will add is when we have, I think procrastination also occurs when we have like so many decisions to take in a day, or to take on something in particular, then we start to procrastinate. I think limiting what decisions, or limiting the things we have to do, let me just say limiting the things we have to do in a day is quite important, because it will help you have confidence in achieving your goal. But if there are so many things you need to handle in just a day, you tend to be so overwhelmed, and maybe you will not be as effective as you want to be. For instance, yesterday we were talking about productivity. I think it will affect your productivity, and it will also make you procrastinate, because you would not want to uh, do everything in a day, or maybe you become so overwhelmed and just postpone everything. You might not even complete a single task in that day. Yeah, so another thing that came to mind was I think we should seek a partner or help, whether it is professionally or maybe a friend. We do have mentors and people we look up to. We can ask them. I think knowing other people's experiences is quite important in overcoming such things as well, because you will feel, first of all, it will help you feel that you are not alone in fighting this, and secondly, it will give you ideas on how to fight it. So it's important for you to communicate with other people, understand how they deal with such issues, and it will just help you progress in avoiding procrastination, because it is a common habit for everybody. But having someone you can talk to that would actually go in details. But another thing you should keep in mind when speaking to that individual is the possibility of you doing what he or she did to actually stop doing that, to actually stop procrastinating, might not work for you, because we are all different, we all have different qualities. So I think you just putting in the effort and talking to people and rewarding yourself when you do something is quite important, and just taking care of yourself is quite important, and also avoiding procrastination. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you very much for that input. Indeed, you can procrastinate, and it's a habit, and then you leave it eating you up, and eventually it's not good for anyone. Yeah. Wow, that's half hour.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Procrastination it's a deadly disease, I can say. Because you might be thinking that you want to do something, but yet still you have the instinct there, the mind say, oh, wait, you have more time. The idea of more time comes into play when you are procrastinating. So, but it's very, very wrong, because I do believe, or the reason why most people procrastinate, it's lack of planning. Planning is very, very important in whatever thing we are doing, in whatever environment we find ourselves. Planning. You can procrastinate because the idea of you don't have a to-do list. that's the reason why most of the time people might procrastinate, because if you have a target that, oh, I want to do this thing, I want to achieve, if every morning you have a to-do list, or every day or weekly you have a planner, sincerely you will not procrastinate. That if you have the willpower to do something. As I always say, planning is like bringing the future into the present, so you can do something about it now. So, but if you are procrastinating, I don't think you want to bring the future into the present, because you will not do anything about it. So the idea of someone procrastinating is because of maybe they have the instinct or the mindset of, oh, we have more time. And if you have the idea of more time, then automatically you are going to procrastinate. So first thing first is like you need to have a to-do list or a planner. If you have a planner, you are far away, you plan yourself, plan your day. I do believe the idea of procrastinating will not affect you much. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I think there's that saying that we do plan actually, but we may plan to fail. You can plan, and then you when you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail.
You have to do proper prayer planning.
Yeah, prayer planning. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Wow, the time is 34. I don't know if Mariama, you have something, or else Johannes, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I just have a little thing to add to what you all have said. Procrastination also brings about laziness. Laziness is one thing that encourages procrastination, because when some of us are lazy, even if there is a to-do list, we'll tend to say, okay, I have to do this particular thing at 2 in the afternoon. Okay, well, let me wait at 3 because I'm too tired, or I have something else to do. We tend not to prioritize our main cause of work at that time, because we are too lazy, to do what we are supposed to do. Because laziness is one thing that really brings about procrastination. When we are lazy, we say, okay, I have to do this. I'll wait. Just like what Noah just said. We will say there is no time. Let me wait. There is no time. That is all about laziness, because when we are lazy, we tend to say, there is no time after all. I think I can do this tomorrow. I can do this next tomorrow. And the more we are procrastinating, the more we don't want to do what we are supposed to do. Because the more we procrastinate, the more we become lazy. So if we have a to-do list, we should try not to be lazy in doing it, so that we'll avoid procrastination. That is just what I have to add today.
Yeah, thank you so much. You've mentioned the L word, which is usually difficult to tell myself or any other person. They had to look at it like, okay, some people may not look at it so negative, but it's a negative for our lives. And if we don't call it, we call it its name, then it might say, I'm not there. You don't call laziness, and when it is, then it might hide under something else. That's how I am, or things like that. So thanks so much, Johan. Yeah, that is a big thing. Yes. Okay. Could we go, or someone has got a hot one before we depart and wish each other a wonderful weekend?
Thank you, James.
Thank you very much, James.
Yeah, thank you very much, really, for your contributions.
Thank you, James.
I think we remember to apply, which now it's the application. We really can talk about
Yeah.
it's the application, I tell you. Yeah. Yeah. we kind of tend to be very, very kind to ourselves. At the same time, we are actually enemies of ourselves. Yeah.
True.
Okay. Thank you so much, and
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
have a
Okay,
nice
thank you
weekend.
too.
Yeah.
Have
Thank
a
you
nice
guys.
weekend,
Have a
all of
nice